If you've ever started cleaning your kitchen and ended up organizing your sock drawer, this episode is for you. Welcome to Mama's Playground. This is Darlene.
And this is Monica.
So tell me, Monica, how many times have you Googled, do I have ADHD?
Oh my God. I've been doing that since I was a little girl, I think. But
Oh,
more
for
so.
real?
Yeah, but more now. Definitely
Really?
more now. Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
you might have it then.
I do think so. I really do. And it's funny that we're talking about this because I was listening to a podcast the other day of Mel Robbins about that.
Yeah, that's our girl.
I love her. I love her podcast. So I sat there listening to it and they talked about ADHD and anxiety as like one thing. And I used to always say, maybe I'm just anxious, but maybe it was also ADHD.
But now I would think that ADHD would cause anxiety.
Or maybe vice versa. Maybe it's intertwined, I think. Like you have ADHD and it causes anxiety. And then if you have anxiety, it causes ADHD.
By the way, let me remind everybody we are not experts.
No, at all.
At all. We're just moms giving opinions and venting.
Yes.
Okay. So we don't have the answer for that. What did Mel Robbins say?
Oh my God. You're
That's
asking
like,
me this.
what
is
would she say?
I have ADHD and I'm telling you, I grasp only certain things and
Yeah.
other information is gone. But they were saying that she talked about how her whole life, she's 57 years old. She always had really bad anxiety. Yeah. And later on in her 40s, late 40s, she got diagnosed with ADHD. And how it made so much sense now. She was like, wow, it's a realization. Like all the things I had been through, I always thought it was just the anxiety. But again, flipping it, it was the ADHD that most likely was causing her to have the anxiety. And so they had an expert on the podcast and all that, which obviously you and I don't. We're like, but we're just, talking off of our own experiences. But it makes a lot of sense. When I think about it, I'm like, I think I definitely, I don't want to self-diagnose, but I definitely think that I have that going on.
Yeah, I think the mom brain, that it just goes hand in hand because we as mothers, we have so many things going on. Then it's probably not ADHD. It's just like we're being distracted by our kids saying our names all the time, interrupting conversations, interrupting our train of thought.
Yeah.
I have like 15 tabs open in my computer, and you know how you put like file new and you get a new page?
Yeah.
So in each page I have like 15, and it's because either one interruption, somebody calling me, hey, you need to make an appointment for this. So I go on the doctor's thing. Oh, but wait, they just called me from school that they need this paper. Then Fabian is like, can you do this for Sevilla?
But do you stop? Do you stop though? Like, so when you get these things, like, are you the person that says, okay, like a text message from your friend comes in, don't forget about tomorrow, the birthday. Do you stop what you're doing at the moment, or do you pay attention to it later, or what do you do?
Okay, so and this is, I don't know if this is right to do this. I stop and then I go to the message to reply for RSVP for the birthday, whatever. But then when I come back, as I'm on my phone RSVPing, I get another message for something else, or I get an email, and then it's a lot.
But do you go back? That's the
To
thing.
that one, I might go back the next day. Like, it's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. And this is what has happened to me. And obviously I see it a lot more now as I'm older and with kids. But it's that I think that's where we go wrong, because we start with one thing.
Yeah.
And instead of saying, I'm going to listen to it later, let me finish what I am doing to continue, you don't. Mm-hmm. And then you go on to the next and you go on to the next. And before you know it, you did everything half-ass, and that happens to me all the time. It's still something I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, they recommend like finish one thing, like close one tab when you're done and then move to the next. But that's not how life works.
No.
It's not as easy. Try. But that's one thing that, that it has been recommended. Like, just finish one thing right and then start the other one.
the other.
It's not as easy. Forget about social media. Because if you're in the middle of something and you're like, oh, I wonder if this person replied to that message. You go in and you check the message, and then you get a new message, and then you're like, oh my God, look how beautiful they're posting about these children. I need to repost this. Oh my God, look who came out of my feed. I wonder how they're doing. Let me go call them. I mean, it's
crazy.
It's crazy.
And more so going back to the thing with the kids, like I think with all their activities, with all their schoolwork. By the time that you pick them up, like at least in my case, and they come home, it's like all their activities, all the things that they want. And so then it's just like you're trying to do it all, but you cannot like physically get everything done unless you had like another set of hands helping you, you know? And
That's where the husbands come.
yeah, but if they're not home and they're like working, or,
Mariana is here and he just responded to that.
you know, it becomes a lot. It's overwhelming. And it's funny that we were saying this. Now I'm thinking of something that happened to me actually last week. I was doing a bunch of things at home. I had picked up the kids. I was trying to finish some things from work, trying to feed them, trying to get them dressed to go to, I don't remember
And you
where.
have two. I can't imagine because I have one, and for me,
And
at
the-
times it's a lot.
And the ladies that have 5 or 6 or 4, I don't know.
And if you count your husband, then I would say I have two.
So then I've got 3, you mean? And then plus the dog that has ADHD as well. Like my dog has ADHD.
Okay, we got to talk about that. That's a whole different level. ADHD on dogs, how does that work? But
Seriously.
we'll get back to that one.
But okay, so I don't know, I called Benjamin and I said, hey, Ben, can you pick up the kids? Because I want to go. I started CrossFit. So I said, I want to go to CrossFit. I'm going to go to the evening class. And he's like, okay, sure. Have them ready. So when I get home, I'm going to take them with me to jujitsu. And I said, okay, cool. So I got them ready, whatever. He picks up the kids, he leaves, and I couldn't find my keys, right, to get in the car. So I was like, shit, I have about 5 minutes to get to CrossFit. Mind you, it's super close to the house. So I was like, okay, I have time. I have 5 minutes, but I'll make it. I look everywhere. Start calling Benjamin. Are my keys in the car? Where the hell are my keys? I was going ballistic. If I tell you that I cursed more than 1,000 times, I mean, that was too little. Okay, I was cursing up a storm in my house by myself. Okay, my kids were not there. Going, where the hell are my keys? I can't find them. Talking to myself. I looked in the drawer where we put our keys. I couldn't find it. I looked again. I thought I had taken everything out of the drawer, and
Were they
I
on
thought
the fridge?
No, they were in the drawer. And then I called my kids and I'm like, did you guys take my keys? Where did you put my keys? You guys were playing with my keys. Mommy, no, we didn't. We didn't touch it. And I was like, yes, they did. I hung up the phone mad because obviously it was already past the time.
Yeah.
And finally, the keys were there the whole time. They were sitting in the drawer that I had checked 4 times. You're going to tell me that that's not a little...
Or maybe one of them did have it, and while you were looking in another
They were not
place,
there.
They put them in.
Nobody was home, Darlene.
Oh.
Nobody was home. I checked that drawer 4 times. I couldn't find it. And then again, when I went the next time, I looked and it was literally sitting under a paper that I thought that I had taken everything out. And I had looked and I obviously did not. And I say, okay, these are signs that either something mentally is just like, something is like, I need to calm it down. I need to figure it out. And I swear to you, I think it's part of ADHD.
Oh yeah, and mom craziness, because again, it's like you say, we're keeping up with. Oh my God! Don't get me started with last year. I mean, it was kindergarten, but I feel, and then I was a room parent, so it was just so many things and so
Details.
many things to juggle. And then I was there like trying to find, new job. So I'm in the computer, and then they're sending the WhatsApp messages. Oh my God. I was like in 5 chats. The PTSO, the room parents, the Miss Rodriguez classroom,
Yeah.
and all that. And then by the time that I'm done with that, I have to go pick her up. Then she had baseball 3 times a week, and then she had gymnastics, and then there was always something, and then the cooking and the breakfast and the lunch and the snacks, because she doesn't eat at school. So I'm the one cooking like steak in the morning, steak, rice, and beans at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's a lot of clutter that we have in our head. So these little things like not finding the keys or not seeing them when they were in front of you the whole time. I mean, it's normal, but it gets crazy.
Can I tell you, I think it's like, okay, this is going to be another episode, but I have to bring it up there too. I think our age doesn't work. Because I swear to you, another thing that I see is that those type of things start to happen during like perimenopause, which I've been dying to talk about, which is going to be another episode altogether. But I do think that is also affecting it, besides the fact that for me personally, I feel that I've always been a multitasker, like always wanting to do everything. I can't like focus on one thing. I want to complete 1,000 things. Now with kids, it's even worse.
Yeah,
and now at 44 years old, it is even worse than it was before, So I think it's just
an age thing.
I don't know. They say that. I'm not going to go into the peri stuff, but they do mention that.
Perimenopause.
The peri stuff, yeah, but they do mention that. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of just a little bit of everything.
And has this happened to you? Like this is gonna sound crazy. The other day, I was anxious because I was so chill. Does that make any sense for you? No, I was. It was the other morning. It was actually a couple of months ago, getting Luna ready to go to. I was gonna say work. She should go to work. To go to school, and I was so chill that morning. I don't know why. I'm like, oh my God, I'm here with her. Fabian was out. It's like 7 in the morning. We had like 10 minutes left. And I was so chill. And then I'm like, no, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. This can't be happening. And yeah, in fact, I had forgotten to make her lunch. I don't know why. It's something I would do every single day. That day, I forgot. No lunch, no snack, no nothing. And then like 2 minutes before she has to go, I'm like, oh shit. No
The
wonder I was
lunchbox.
so chill. I forgot to do that. But even
lunchbox.
when I was like relaxed, and it's sometimes even this guilt of when I'm like, I'm just gonna take a 10-minute break in the couch. It doesn't work for me because my mind is still thinking I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, and I have to find a way of sometimes being like, it's okay to just not do anything and just chill and regroup
It's so
because
crazy
we're on the go the whole time.
that I think that this is a lot more so in again in women. I think it's a little. There was a study about that again, and I think she in Mel Robbins' podcast about that episode of ADHD. I think they bring it up like how we are just like, we're just wired. We're just thinking about 1,000
Yeah.
things at once. Like you could be here going, okay, I gotta go do the lunchbox, but then as you're walking to the kitchen, you see a paper on the floor, and then you're picking up the paper from the floor,
Let's not start
and then
with the cleaning. Wait, talking about
Wait.
the paper on the floor, and Fabian is here. By the way, before we started, I asked him, as a man, as a father, do you feel like you get that like anxiousness, ADHD, forgetfulness?
Yeah.
He said, oh, as a dad? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes,
no,
And
yeah.
Monica and I went, really?
But it is. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I mean, again, maybe it has to do. Maybe it's a little bit of everything. Again, I am not no doctor. I don't know anything. Scientifically, what are the exact studies and all that. But maybe it does have to do with a little bit of personality, a little bit of the fact of the women are hormones, the thing of like we are born like lots of moms. I want to say the bulk of us are multitaskers, always trying to get everything done. So then it's like there's just so much to do in the day, and then you think that you got everything covered, and then you go to bed and your mind is still going around in circles, going of everything that you did not finish or that you should have done but you didn't get to, you know what I mean? And
Or
sometimes
should
like
have, maybe I would have done it the other way. It's all this
Yes.
mental, again, clutter.
Yes.
And for men, I feel it's more the stress of the finances.
Yeah.
But it's one thing, the finances and how am I gonna get my workout done?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
in
I'm
Fabian's
I'm
case-
everything.
Fabian's case is like, did I make the list for soccer tonight?
Yeah.
For us, he's laughing.
Yeah.
For us, it's like these little things that, oh my God, I'm supposed to sign these papers. Oh, this is the homework, which by the way, props to him because he helped me so much with the iReady math homeworks last, school season. It was horrible. We'll talk about this some other day. But for us, it's like all those little things, like the uniform, the socks don't fit anymore, the shoes, I gotta clean them, like all these little things that
Are invisible, which is what they call the invisible work.
The-
Because
I know, the
nobody
invisible
sees that. Nobody sees those
or
things. Like,
pays for that.
yeah, and nobody sees it. The truth of the matter is nobody sees that part because it's so minimal, but yet it is time consuming, So it's like you're going at
It's a full-time job.
it's a full-time job. You're at home and it's like you're working and then you see like the plates and then you're like, okay, I need to either wash or rinse and put them in the dishwasher. And then it's like the phone call and then you get the phone call and then it's like, oh my God, the school event's coming tomorrow. And did I buy the stuff that needs to go in? And then it's like 1,000 tabs in your head open at once. And it's like, which one do you tackle first, right? And obviously, you have to go with whatever's priority, but it's hard because at least for me, I always feel like when I have things pending, it gives me more anxiety.
Of course.
You know,
yes.
because I didn't finish it, or because I, didn't get to it, or because now I'm like, oh, great. Now I've got these other 3 things still pending that I didn't finish today that now I got to do tomorrow. And it tackles on to tomorrow's tasks,
Our brain doesn't stop
It doesn't stop.
because we're thinking for ourselves and we're thinking for a child. In your case, for 2.
For 2. And then the house too. Because again, if you had, I don't want to say it's easier, but obviously I realize now the moms that I talk to that are like, no, I got a full-time nanny, or I got somebody that help you. I was like, you know what? I realize why people want the help. You do need more hands on deck between lunches, schoolwork, and I'm not complaining. We're very blessed to have kids, you know what I mean? And we're very blessed to be able to say that we have children to take care for, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of work, and it's like, when do you
Have time for yourself?
it's the time to yourself, and it's like, how do you do all these things? It's like those memes on Instagram that you see the lady going, it's just like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, but I also want to work, but I also want to go to the gym, but I also want to do this.
See my girlfriends,
Yeah, I also want to be the perfect wife. I also want to be, and it's like, it's not humanly possible,
And talking about
It's
girlfriends, I remember the night that we went out for a happy ladies' night. That
Which
it was
one?
you and Nancy and
yes,
Maricela,
yes, yes.
a group of friends, and Roxy. So we go out, and it's funny because so Monica's like, just order a margarita. And I'm like, no, it's not a happy hour. And she's like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's free.
I didn't understand it was free.
Free drinks. It's not 2 for 1. It's free. So we're like, at least it was my first
Yeah.
time going out with girlfriends in months. So I'm like, I'm just going to order whatever's here, and I'm going to order a bunch of it. The next day, oh my God.
The headache.
I have to wake up Luna, get her rice, her steak, her snacks, her uniform, because that's another thing. They have like 6 uniforms, and it's like, they're all
uniform.
dirty right now. Today's this, and then my headache, and I'm see, I took a moment for myself, and now I'm a mess.
Well, because you waited too long, so then you just like, I'm gonna do it all today. Give me everything you can give me,
Yeah.
Like, let me just unwind. That day, I said to you, I'm not drinking cheap liquor because I know what tomorrow brings. So I had 2 margaritas and I was good.
Yeah, that's it. So now we need to gift ourselves a good bottle of whatever we drink, and that's it. And no headaches the next day unless you drink like 4 of those. But trying to find room for yourself amongst the chaos. For example, when I go pick up Luna, I'm working in the morning, or I'm with my 20,000 tabs in the computer. So at times it's like, yay, it's my time too. Because as I'm driving there, it's 20 minutes away from my house. And sometimes I even think it would be fine if it was a little bit farther. I don't know how you say it.
Yeah.
Because then that's the time when I'm listeing to
Your podcast.
the podcast I like to listen to, or prayers, or just silence. So it's me time. And then, so shout out also to those moms right now that are in the car line. Enjoy this time. I hope you're enjoying this, and share it if you like it.
Yeah, most definitely.
But yeah, you have to find those moments. And don't get me started with the cleaning. The cleaning, when you have so many things in your mind, and you're like we said in the intro, you're okay, I'm going to clean the kitchen, and then you find a sock that's not supposed to be there unless you're eating it.
And you start organizing the sock drawer.
So then you're like, let me go put it in the room. And then you open oh my God, what a mess. So you start doing it, and then you look to the side, and there's like a Christmas decoration from, 6 months ago. And you're like, oh, so let me go put this away where the decorations are. And then you find something, oh my God, let me put this up. So you start redecorating the house, and then the kitchen is still dirty. And then it's time to go pick up Luna.
I gotta say something though. I hand it to, like, let's say Benjamin, or maybe most men maybe are like that. But he is like, for instance, a Sunday that we say we're gonna do chores in the house. Like, okay, we're gonna do. He usually takes care of the garage and stuff that he likes. Where his gym is at and all that.
Yeah.
But like, let's say he'll see me starting something, and he's like, "What? You just started washing like 3 dishes and you stopped, and then you went and you started hanging clothes." He's like, "Why don't you finish one thing and then continue on to the next?" And it's like, it's so hard for me to do that. Like I feel
That's
like
good. I need that voice behind me
What he
saying
tells
like you
me-
cannot move until you're done.
yes, but he's like, you start this. He's like, hello, why don't you start that? And then I get mad at him. I'm like, oh, that's I'll leave me alone. But it's true. When I think about it, it's like finish the freaking dishes and then move on to it, so you can do the check that it's
Yeah.
done. Versus I did 3 and now I still got to go back to it, and then I got to.
Yeah.
But it's hard. Like I'm telling you, if you're not fully conscious, my mind overtakes me sometimes, and everything. I look at the whole entire like scope of my house, and then my kids are screaming about something. And it's-
Everything is incomplete.
and I want to do everything at once, and it just does not exist. And to this day, because I've talked about this before, to this day I have not been able to really, get it right in that sense. Like 1,000%. I've had my days, of course, but I haven't been able to be consistent in just doing one thing first, finishing, then second. It's hard.
I read about this, I don't remember where, and it makes sense, where they say you do not walk out of a room until it's done, right? That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about. So, but it was I don't know if it was the Mom Hour. Shout out to them too, because I really like that podcast. But she was saying that what she does, her ritual, she lights up a candle in that room when it's done.
She's got candles burning all over her house.
All over the house. You're done with the kitchen, you light up a candle, and then you have it smelling good. Then it's like, okay, I'm done with that room. In the case of a bedroom, you don't want to leave like a candle unattended. But then you're finished, then you just close the doors. It's like, or put the diffuser, whatever.
Yeah, it's like a little go for her, a little price to see the little flame. And it's like, oh,
Yes.
done.
Yeah.
Mentally.
So I did it after I heard that. I did it like only twice. Gotta get back to it. But it works.
Yeah.
It works because it's like, okay, that one is done. If you don't see the candle or the closed door, then it's incomplete and you gotta get back to it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I could see how that can like spark a little something in your mind, like a little, it's like a little gratification kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? Like when they give the kid the lollipop because they finished their homework, it's like we light a candle and it smells
Or we
good.
pour ourselves a glass of wine.
Yeah. Oh, that's my prize. But
Yes.
I think that would be at the end when you really have everything on your checklist
Yeah.
done and you go,
Yeah.
now I could sit and I did it. It's like a challenge. It really is. It's a challenge.
But the whole cleaning thing, I mean, and talking about other stuff aside from cleaning, one of the things that works for me is also the timers. And I've done that before, where it's like, okay, and Fabian was always saying like, take 25 minutes to do this. For example, to close that tab.
Yeah.
You have something to do, take the 25 minutes, put it on a timer, and you have 25 minutes, turn off the phone. Social media, again, is horrible when you're trying to be productive. So take the 25 minutes, put it on I always do Alexa, set the timer. Don't do it now. We're at home. I don't want it to do it now. And then you have that time to close that tab or to finish that room, to finish that task. But yeah, that the whole timers thing. And I thought I was crazy because like Fabian says, oh my God, you have so many different alarms. Like I have one to wake up, to have Luna out of the room having breakfast, to know that I have 10 minutes to get to school, to go pick her up, because I'm so crazy that I'm like, I need to put a timer to remember that I have to go pick her up.
Well,
Because
you're
if
not crazy. Your schedule
not
is crazy.
Okay, yeah. I'm very forgetful.
Yeah.
So I even have a timer for that. And so timers do work. I am not crazy. Okay, Fabian? Timers do work.
You know
And-
what could work as well? Now that I'm thinking as well, what you're saying, like, so for instance, it's like when you go to work out and you put, I don't know, you're listening to music that you like. Maybe it's you put 2 songs that really get you upbeat or get you in the
Yes.
moment, and then you wait till the 2 songs are done so that you you know what I mean? Maybe when the music is done, you say, I'm done, and maybe that chore is going to take you 5 songs that are about 2
Yeah.
minutes each, or 3 minutes each, or maybe it's a task of an hour. So you're going to listen to a whole entire thing
Yeah.
that you like. And until that's done, maybe that's another way to, trick your mind
Yeah.
into moving on to the next task,
or putting your favorite show. If you're doing a workout and you want to watch the show, then put the workout video on your cell phone or the iPad
Yeah.
and then watch I've been doing that. And let's say the show is 30 minutes. Okay, I just did 30 minutes and it was fun and I was I was doing something I like. something that I want to watch. So now, after I put Luna to bed, I'm not gonna be sitting on the TV watching that. I could be doing something else, like reading a book, which I don't know, I don't do at all.
That you
But
would
I
like
have
to do.
But I have to start. Yeah, because at the end, when you're done with these days where you have so much going on, and the food part stresses me because Luna is super flaquita, she's very skinny and she's athletic and she's doing sports, and
You wanna
she's very
feed her.
picky with food, and you know that the whole vegetables, and you gotta do this. It stresses me because sometimes the easy thing to do is, put some dinos in the oven. But anyway, so many little stressful moments throughout the day, every single day, that once I put her to bed, it's like, okay, she ate, she's bathed, she's safe, she did her homework, she's alive, she's good.
Yeah.
Now it's my time. And I look at the clock and it's 11 o'clock at night. Are you serious? So I have to go to bed now, wake up, and do the same thing over and over again. Those me times are super limited.
Yeah. I find myself sometimes, like at nighttime, I've had Benjamin say, why are you, everybody's going to bed and it's 11 o'clock and you're scrolling through social media, let's say, or whatever I'm doing in the phone.
Whatever you want to do.
And I'm like, this is the time that I get. Like, what time do I not get? In the morning, it's like hustle and bustle between the both of us. We tackle the morning, it's like breakfast, lunch boxes, get them dressed, showered, run to school, then come back, then say, okay, what time am I going to start actually working and doing what I need to do? Okay, it's at 10. So then how much time do I have left? I have an hour and a half. Okay, so let me hurry up and let me eat a quick little breakfast and let me get to wherever I'm going, whether it's the gym, whether it's going to work out for 30 minutes. Let me go take a shower. Let me get dressed. Let me sit down.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it's like you not wake up, but you look at the clock and you say, now I got to go pick them up from school. Now I got to go take them to jujitsu. And then in all that, it's like constant. And then at the same time, they want you to be healthy and you want to stay sexy and you want to stay fit and then you want to stay it's just so many things. You want to do so many things, but it's like, something's got to give. Something's not going to be taken care of to the fullest. And I think that's another thing. You have to come into terms that, like, it's not going to be a perfect day. You're not going to get everything. You're not going to get to everything. And then today maybe you didn't take such good care of yourself, but you know what? But then tomorrow try to find that time, maybe that hour that you wasted maybe doing the organizing of a sock drawer that maybe didn't need to be organized at that moment. Why don't you forget the freaking sock drawer and go and freaking put your creams while nobody's home and put your red light face mask and work with the freaking face light.
I don't even know what that is. No,
I bought one.
I've been saying that about my closet for the past like 3 years. Like, I'm going to get to my closet, but I'm always organizing Luna's room. It's a constant, constant thing. All those little freaking toys they give you in birthdays. Even she told me the other day, because I'm like, I'm going crazy. Like, there's so many things, like so much stuff. And she goes, Mom, it's just in the birthdays, in the piñatas, all those little toys. That's a lot. And I'm like, so can we not take the goodie bag home next time we have a birthday?
And then you feel bad. I throw things away while they're not looking.
Save them for the next birthday's piñata.
It's true.
Confession. I've done that.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, let's go to that drawer where you have all those little tiny things. I added them to the piñata, take some leftover candy from whatever, just throw it in the piñata, and that's it.
I'm doing that now. I'm here thinking like, okay, what am I going to do for Noah's birthday for school? And I'm like, okay, instead of buying that 2-pound bag of candy to put the goodie bags, let's look in the pantry and see all that candy that's been sitting there for like a month.
Jacob is December, so you can use a Halloween candy.
Yeah, because it doesn't get bad.
No,
does it?
I mean, 2 months, it's okay. From October to December, which is coming up now, that's what you should do.
Now we say that, and none of the parents, if any parent is listening to us, they're going to say, we're not going to their birthday. We're not going to let our kids take those goodie bags
home. You know what?
home.
Don't take it. I think that's overrated, the whole goodie bags. I'm done with that. But what before we leave, I wanted to ask you, what's your hiding place? The place where you have like Monica time and nobody bothers you.
Oh, my car.
Really?
Yeah, it's my car. Because to be honest with you, if I go to the bathroom,
they come after you.
They come after me.
Put the fingers under
I'm taking a shower, and usually I leave the door open because I don't want them doing the open the door. So I just leave it open and like, screw it. If they want to come in, they come in. And usually they always come in. Yeah. And it's funny because I'll be taking a shower, and then there goes Noah. I need to poop, Mom. Come clean my butt. And I'm like, oh, God, are you serious? I'm in the shower. Well, I'm waiting for you to clean my butt. I'm like, you clean your own butt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to clean your butt. So it's like, It's constant. So for me, it's the car. Like for
Okay.
me, it's the time that I'm like, okay, Benjamin, take care of the kids. I'm gonna go to Publix. Isn't that crazy? I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
Publix, and that little drive from my house to
Yeah.
Publix is my time.
That's what I was saying when you're gonna go pick up the kids or drop them off. Like that's a good one. Sometimes on our way there, I'm like, Luna, are you sleepy? You want to take a nap before we get to school so I can put my stuff? Because if not, it's Taylor Swift and she loves 80s music too. So it's like, Mom, play the 80s. So I'm like, can you go to sleep so I can listen to what I want to listen?
But
Not
then
that I don't
you
love
look
Taylor
forward
Swift.
to leaving her at, well, not looking, because, but you leave her at school and you're like, okay, so I've got these 20 minutes back home and oof, this is my
This
time.
is my time. So let's wrap it up with, okay, so advice, the takeaways. How are we going to manage our time better?
Oh my God, Darlene. I just wing it. At this point, I think I have told myself 1,000 times, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And until Monica gets her shit together, I'm not going to say anything. I think I'm just going to try the little music thing, maybe things that calm me down so I can focus. Music does that for me.
Yeah. Or when you have to clean and you're dreading that or do the dishes, then put your, headphones, AirPods, whatever you have, and
Get in your zone.
and listen to your, your show or put your favorite music and that's it. And get rid of the phone. Because the phones now, it's like you're getting messages through Messenger, Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Through Instagram, through
WhatsApp.
TikTok. Through the 20,000 WhatsApp chat groups, through normal messenger outside of Facebook. People are constantly bringing you information and needing stuff from you. And so you have to tune that out and then focus on what you have to do. Hide in the bathroom, hide in the car, hide in the closet.
My best advice is day by day. It's like working out. It's like going to the gym. You want to see results like tomorrow. It doesn't happen like that. It's
Yeah.
day by day. So today is today. Let's try to do, I don't know, 10 minutes of me actually focusing on one task and getting it done and feeling like, oh, yeah, I did it, and keep going from there. And you're going to have your good days. You're going to have your bad days. You're going to have your days that you want to strangle everybody because you didn't get to do what
Yeah.
you need to do. And there's going to be the days that you're going to celebrate and say, damn, I did it, So
Yeah.
it's a roller coaster.
And don't be sad or frustrated if you don't get to do everything when you
All at
said you
once.
were going to do it. At the end of the day, you have 2 hours another day.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Well, thank you for listening. And if you have
Yes.
any other advice for us, just hit us up on Instagram. We love you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.